on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with one of the most highly requested video on this channel ever since the release of the new Link starter deck. And you guys have been asking me, Sam, can you please do a Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon deck profile for the new Link format? You guys don't know that July 21st, 2017, it's the official ruling of Link's going to be taking into effect in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. So now we all must play with Links, we all must play with the new field zone, we all must play with the Link monsters and things like that. But there are some decks that are just really good that don't even have to utilize Link summoning mechanic at all. And I'm telling you guys right now, Blue Eyes Chaos Max is one of them. This deck does not even have to utilize Decode Talker or Link Spider at all. And this deck is 100% Link ready. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, as I progress to the deck profile, I'll be explaining to you guys some of my card choices and the reasons why I play them. So make sure if you guys have any other questions, please make sure you guys leave in the comment section below. And if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and smash that thumbs up button. That's all I ask for you guys, and that will be absolutely amazing. And by the way guys, I do have a True Draco playmat now available, so I'll showcase you guys a picture of the mat right there. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, make sure you guys message my Facebook page to purchase your True Draco playmat today. I do free shipping to Canada and US. International shipping may cost extra, so if you guys want to get your mat today, make sure you guys message me on my Facebook page. Alright guys, so start off with the monsters for the man himself. You guys want to play double Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. This card is a really powerful card in the deck for the fact that it's able to do double piercing if it attacks a defensive position monster. The fact that this card cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effect, nor be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, this card is absolutely beast. So double Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. And remember guys, when you guys are playing a Blue Eyes deck with Blue Eyes Chaos Max in it, the reason why I love this variant is because Blue Eyes Chaos Max is your alternative win condition. Like you don't always need to rely on seeing Chaos Max to win. This deck is just so powerful within itself that you can just still win without Chaos Max. So you guys always got to remember that. You always do not want to always have the mentality of, okay, my only goal is to bring out Chaos Max and just win you the game. No, this deck does not work like that. This deck has so many plays with XC summoning and things like that. Chaos Max is just an additional win condition that you can add on to the deck. So you guys always got to remember that mindset when playing this deck, because if you're just going to be focusing on, summoning out Chaos Max and things like that, or playing OTK cards like, like Quaking Mirror Force, or, Swords of Concealing Light to basically book all your opponent's monsters face down, you're only going to have that mentality of just OTKing your opponent Blue Eyes Chaos Max. But his deck profile is not like that. This deck profile just incorporates Chaos Max into Blue Eyes to be able to compete in today's meta game. So that's how you must have a mindset when playing this deck, not just always trying to just bring out this card and just OTK your opponent. So this deck is basically more of a competitive overlook of how you should play Blue Eyes, in my personal opinion. So double Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, one of the best cards in the deck, of course. So double Chaos Max. Next, these cards are really standard. Triple Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, very standard in the deck. Triple Blue Eyes White Dragon. You guys all know that if you guys are playing Blue Eyes, must play Triple Blue Eyes and Triple Alternative. Very standard. Alternative basically pops a monster on the field, which is really good. So Triple Alternative, Triple Blue Eyes White Dragon. Next off, you're going to play the one Dragon Spirit of White. Next off, for our babies, you want to play Triple Sage with Eyes of Blue. Searches up your White Stone of Ancient directly from your deck to your hand, and it's also a tuner, which gives you access to Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, and same goes for the White Stone of Ancients. The fact that it's able to just special summon a Blue Eyes monster directly from the deck during the end phase when it's sent to the graveyard is really, really amazing. And the fact that it has an effect where you're able to banish this card to basically add a Blue Eyes Dragon monster directly from a graveyard to your hand is just really good. So you can add back Blue Eyes Chaos Max, you can add back Alternative, add back Blue Eyes. You can basically add all these cards back from your graveyard to your hand by just banishing it. So the card is one of the best cards in the deck. And the White Stone of Legend, really good, especially sending it off, Melody of the Awakening Dragon to basically get more advantage directly from your deck to your hand is always amazing. So this card basically works really well, especially with trade-in, because you can go Melody, send this card to the graveyard, add your Blue Eyes, and then, this card will search your Blue Eyes from your deck to your hand, then you can easily just activate trade-in and things like that. So the White Stone of Legend. And last but not least, you want to play Triple Manju. Okay, you are playing the Blue Eyes Chaos Max build, so you actually want to see Manju as soon as possible, especially during early and mid game, so that you can basically try to bring out Chaos Max as quickly as possible, supporting it off with XC's monster on the board that you already have, so that way that you can easily OTK your opponent. And last but not least, for the best card in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! This card deserves to be banned. You want to play the 1 Max C to round off our monsters. So that's pretty much it for the monsters. Next off, you're going to play the best searcher in the deck, of course, Triple Melody of the Awakening Dragon. This card basically helps you search out your entire deck, brings your alternative directly from your deck to your hand, and also gives you access into your Blue Eyes Chaos Max if you already have cards like Manju in your hand. If you have Manju and of course this, you can easily search the Blue Eyes Chaos Max Melody and search the Ritual spell with Manju, which is really awesome. So Triple Melody of the Awakening Dragon, really good. And also discarding cards like the White Stone of Ancients or the White Stone of Legends at graveyard to activate this effect, this gives you more guaranteed pluses with it. So really good card. Next off, off for the best revival, spell card for dragons, definitely Return of the Dragon Lords. Basically helps you revive back your alternative, your blue eyes, and especially one of the best cards to revive off this card is Dragon Spear, right? So that way that you can just target your opponent's back row and just banish them as a whole. Silver's Cry is also really amazing as well. I love the fact that you can play, 3 returns and also Silver's Cry, so that way that you can always see a revival card in your opening hand. And of course, one of the best revival cards for blue eyes in general is definitely Soul Charge. If you open up Soul Charge, you're more likely just gonna win the duel for the fact that you're able to just, massively spam the board with blue eyes and things like that, helping you go Xyz monster, which is really good. And by the way, guys, if you guys revive back extra deck monsters from the graveyard, those extra deck monsters does not go into the extra monster zone, so you guys gotta remember that. Any monster that is revived from the graveyard goes to the main monster zone. That's why Soul Charge is really good in blue eyes, because if you revive back cards like Blue Eye Spirit Dragon or Azure Eyes and things like that, those cards will not go to the extra monster zone. Those cards will go to the main monster zone. So that's what's really good about Soul Charge. So, and this card can just easily help you OTK and set up unbreakable boards, which is absolutely insane. So, 1 Soul Charge. Next off, you want to play, of course, double Advanced Ritual Arch and double Chaos Form, which is really good. Chaos Form is really good for the fact that this card can be used to Ritual Summon, of course, Chaos Max. And also, you must tribute monsters from your hand or field or banish Blue Eyes White Dragon monster from your graveyard to actually special summon a Blue Eyes Chaos Max. So this card is just really good during late game, especially if you're able to top deck it. If you have this card in your hand and you top deck this card and you have the White Stone Ancients in graveyard, you can activate the White Stone Ancients to add Chaos Max, activate Chaos Form, banish a Blue Eyes from the graveyard. So that's what's really good about this, is that you're able to use materials from the graveyard to Ritual Summon the Chaos Max. So you can, banish the Blue Eyes, boom, summon Chaos Max from the graveyard right away. So during, late game or mid game, this card becomes really, really powerful if you already have a Chaos Max in the graveyard. ARA, you guys don't know how powerful ARA is. You don't just directly, send the Blue Eyes, Fool's Burial Blue Eyes directly from the deck to special summon the Chaos Max. It's just absolutely insane. So, double Chaos Form and double Advanced Ritual Art. The next card you want to play is, of course, 1 Dragon Shrine. Card is really good for the fact that you're able to send cards like, Dragon Spirit or White, and then since it's a normal monster, you get to send another dragon to the graveyard, which is really good. So this card basically helps you feed your graveyard so that way that your return and also Silver's Cries can always become live. So, 1 Dragon Shrine. Let's go out to our draw engine. You want to play, of course, one of the best cards in the deck, Triple Trade-In, one of the strongest draw engine for Blue Eyes. Trade-In is just really good. And 1 Card of Consonance. Usually you use Card of Consonance when you summon Sage, search the White Stone Ancient directly from your deck to your hand, then activate Card of Consonance. I don't want to play multiple copies of this card because sometimes this card can actually break if you don't see your tuners in your hand. So 1 Card of Consonance. And last but not least, a lot of you guys may not like this card, but I believe that this card is just really necessary to play in the deck. I'll give you guys alternative to not play this card is Double Pot Desires. I know, I understand that you guys may say, oh my god, it's a neg 9. No, it's not. Sam, what if I banish 3 of my Blue Eyes? What if I banish all my alternative? I'm telling you guys right now, there is like a 1% chance of you banishing all 3 Blue Eyes. This card is just so powerful, man. It's like a pot of greed, legit. And this deck has so many draw engines. Like, you're just going trade-ins, like Card of Consonance, Melody. There's so many search cards in your deck. You always want to activate Pot of Desires last, if anything. You know what I mean? You're obviously not going to activate Shotgun Pot of Desires right away unless, it's for desperate measures and you have to. It can still give you the combo pieces that you need. So Desire is just really good for that. Helping, basically draw 2 cards to potentially see your combo pieces, to see your Chaos Max, to see your draw cards is just absolutely insane. And you definitely have cards to send cards to the graveyard, like, Dragon Shrine, you have ARA, you have so many cards that send cards to the graveyard. You're not going to be banishing Blue Eyes a lot because you're probably going to have in your hand with Melody and things like that. You're probably going to send it to graveyard by trading and things like that. So Pot of Desires is just amazing. Like, most of the time when I won games, this is because I activate Desires and I drew into the combo pieces that I need. Like, I drew into the return, I drew into the Soul Charge. So this card, guys, is not an egg 9, it's a +1. Really, really powerful. If you guys don't want to play Pot of Desires, I completely understand. But, from a competitive and, a meta standpoint, this card is really powerful. And, a lot of good players play this card because it's good. You know what I mean? It's just so good. If you guys want to play it, you guys can play the Upstart, or you guys take out Double Pot of Desires and add in cards like Twin Twister, or add in cards like Dark Hole. And remember, guys, all my deck profiles, it's all up to personal preference on what you guys want to play in your deck. Right? This is my best list. This list works for me. I like to showcase you guys my deck because I want to, help you guys, guide through building your own deck. Because, like, some people don't have an idea where to start on building a deck. So I like to give you guys my list and what I think is the best that works for me, right? So when you guys look at my deck list, you know, have some ideas. You know what I mean? Like, incorporate your own text. If you guys don't like some cards that are playing the deck, that's okay. That's not a point into the deck profile. I'm not trying to tell you guys that you guys must play these cards because, you know, some people have different play styles. You know what I mean? Like, I have a completely different play style from yours. So if you see any other cards that you don't like and want to incorporate your own gimmicks, like Swords of Concealing Light or Quaking Mirror Force or things like that, definitely go ahead and do that for your own self. But another reason why I don't play cards like Swords of Concealing Light or things like that is because I don't want to always focus on bringing out Chaos Max and just killing my opponent. If you're playing Swords of Concealing Light and things like that, your main focus is to legitimately OTK with Blue Eyes Chaos Max, and this is not how this deck should work. This deck should work by, you know, bringing out Blue Eyes White Dragon, going to your XC's play, and, you know, having Chaos Max Dragon as your alternative win condition, as another boss monster for your opponent to out. Not where I'm relying on Chaos Max just to kill my opponent. And do that, you're sacrificing a lot of power. But doing that, you're sacrificing a lot of consistency for a potential, you know, increase in power if you see Chaos Max with Swords of Concealing Light. If you guys understand what I mean. So if you guys don't understand, leave it in the comment section below. But anyways, that's pretty much for the spells. Let's go off into our side deck. Alright guys, so side deck is always up to personal preference, but this is what I have so far to actually combat into today's meta. So, you know, triple Ash Blossom, really good card, especially against Rogue, and also True Draco Demise. Double Ghost Ogre, really good against True Draco Demise as well. Hitting the diagram is just really amazing. Really good against Zodiacs. This card is just really good. Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. I believe that this card is one of the best cards during the next format, especially when links become even more popular, because everybody's going to use links. Everybody's going to use Decode Talker. Everyone is going to use Firewall Dragon. So you can just cherry one of those, it's like GG. You know what I mean? So cherry is just really good, and this lineup just looks absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. This looks gorgeous. So, you know, double cherries, one Decode Talker in the side deck, so you can actually hit it, especially decks that just utilize Decode Talker. So Decode Talker is really, really good for that. And I'll explain to you guys why I don't main this card in the deck later on when I go through the extra deck. So one Decode, deciding for the Reaper, double Dark Hole, one Regeki, double Chalice, and last but not least, double Twin Twisters to round off our side deck. Side deck, guys, always up to personal preference. So this is just an idea on what you guys can play for the upcoming format when links are introduced now. So that's pretty much for the side deck. Let's go off the extra deck. For the extra deck, we're gonna play, of course, double or zero Eyes Silver Dragon. The fact that you're able to generate Blue Eyes every single standby phase is absolutely insane. So that way that you can just bring out crazy boards with just 3,000 B6 to potentially OTK your opponent. So double Azure Eyes is really good, and the way you bring out Azure Eyes is off what's it called? Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. So you want to play double copies of that as well. One Black Rose Moon Rose Dragon, really good for interrupting plays. One Michael, which is really amazing. And last but not least, one Crystal Wing to run off our Synchros. Crystal Wing can actually be easily accessible with Spirit, tag out, summon a tuner, Synchro summon with Michael Wing and tuner, and then you have Crystal Wing. And Crystal Wing is actually pretty hard for True Dracos to actually deal with, so card is actually really good. One of the win conditions for actually against True Draco, which is really awesome. One Divine Dragon Knight Fulgran, Sun Dragon, okay. One Alce, card's really good, especially starting your opponent's turn, which is really phenomenal. One number 23, Lancelot, Galaxy Ice Armor, Titanic Galaxy, Cypher Dragon, and last but not least, the 195 Galaxy Ice Dark Matter Dragon. And you guys can see, there in my extra deck, there is no link monster at all, because Blue Eyes, you guys don't need links. I tried to playtest it. There is no point of sacrificing a 3,000 beat stick for a freaking Link Spider. There's no way I'm doing that. I'm not sending my Blue Eyes to the graveyard just to summon Link Spider and just try to make Decode Talker. For Blue Eyes, you already have big monsters on the board already. Okay? Like, literally, you just win with Chaos Max, and just having a Blue Eyes on the board can just be really problematic and can pose a threat for your opponent. Okay? Making Decode Talker is completely useless in the deck, because most of the time you're just going to be relying on one extra deck monster regardless. Anyways, like, you'll have an Azure Eyes in your extra monster zone, and then, like, you can just revive back Blue Eyes every single turn. Azure Eyes dies, okay, you bring out the tuner, Synchro summon into the Spirit. Or, like, if Azure Eyes dies or, like, Spirit dies, okay, you make an XCs. Like, you know what I mean? So this deck does not need to link summon at all, and that's why I love this deck. Okay, this deck can avoid link summoning. So if you guys definitely want to, you know, try this deck out, make sure you guys go ahead. I believe it's one of the best decks and a really fun deck for link format. So if you guys can test out this deck, that'll be absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember, guys, again, no link monsters, because there's no need to sacrifice the monsters that you have on the board for link monsters, while Blue Eyes is already strong within itself, and the archetype is just super powerful within itself, and the fact that it's able to just dodge the like link summoning mechanic is just absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, and make sure you guys subscribe for more deck profiles, for links. My Dark Magician deck profile is coming up. If you guys want to see that, smash the thumbs up button. Thank you guys so much for watching again. This is Sam from Team Sam. Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.